Oh, wow, that's interesting. I will think about it later. This is way. I don't know. What nice try. Thank you for this. I hope you will be depressed after this.
Stage under the Vilenskaya.
Thank you so much. I always feel a little bit shy when somebody is introducing me because when you listen something about yourself, it's a weird, strange feeling. But also it's a big pleasure. So thank you so much, Ryan. I'm here today to tell you something about Russian music. I wouldn't say I will tell you all about Russian music because it will take us a lot of hours and it's a big and important part of my life. But I have only 45 minutes. So I will tell you something about Russian music, some details which you can find interesting, and maybe you will continue your research by yourselves or we will continue in the lobby after this lecture. Okay? Thank you so much. And first of all, yes, I'm going to do something difficult. I'm going to tell you all about folklore music and academic music and Soviet Union music. So we need immediately to begin. But first of all, I will show you some photos to you to feel the atmosphere of ancient Russia, which is theme of our first part. Please look at this photo. This is peasants in front of a hut where they live, and you can see the spaces which are a little bit older than you can imagine. I suppose that these people are 20, maybe some of them 25 years old, but they work a lot in the field, and that's why they feel more adult than we nowadays. Also, I love this atmosphere picture of people next to the windows. And here you can see people with their instruments because agriculture was the main occupation of peasants. Peasants in Russia were slaves to wealthy people and they worked a lot and their life was pretty difficult and tough. You can see this in their faces and please look to them carefully because after we will try to imagine what did these people feel and why did they sing like they sang. The most important part of Russian singing folklore is women's songs, and we can imagine how difficult was the life of this woman and how many borders did she have and did she imagine in her life. Because borders was the reason why peasants were singing. Let me explain. Boundaries and borders in the life of a Russian peasant. For example, in Russia folklore, nobody was singing if they just had a good mood. That's the difference between Russian folklore and blues and some of European cultures. No, you were singing when something is happening and something is changing. But what can be changing? For example, if somebody is born or somebody is dead, and you can sing, like you can cry in music about this dead person and how you will miss him or her. Also, the world for you was full of living and dead creatures, and there was a border between them, and you had some celebrations of this border. For example, this is the picture of some peasant's life, and you see a lot of people are working, and it's a daylight. But this is a picture of creatures in Russia. We call them rusalki, mermaids, and they are going outside of their houses just for 1 week in the year. And for them to be happy and not to bother simple people, you needed to sing some Rusal songs, mermaid songs. For example, I will show you one of them if it's comfortable. Oh, like there is a beak, special beak. The mermaids are going out. We hang out with other girls and sing. На грилое теле русалки сидели. And this is very usual for Russian folklore music. I sang like, oh, there is a week of mermaids. They're sitting all around. We love them. They're so beautiful. Please don't be angry with us. Don't take our children, please. And the other border, which is much more important for me. Just one more picture. This border between the world of living and the world of dead is important even in fairy tales. Please look to this picture. There is a main character of all Russian fairy tales called Baba Yaga. Baba meets a married woman, adult woman. Yaga is her name. And she has a special house, the hut on chicken legs. And these legs, do you see a house with legs? Yes? Yeah, of course. This house can turn around. For example, if the main character of the fairy tale comes to Baba Yaga, he need to ask this house to turn. Please, house, turn to me with your front part and to the forest with your back part. And this house made and there is Baba Yaga inside. It is also the symbol of border, yes, because there is a border between people world and the forest with a lot of these fairy tale creatures. And this last border, which is important for us, is the border between single and married life for women. In Russian ancient tradition, when woman is going to get married, she is dead for her family because now she has a different surname and different culture and different environment around her. And that's why there were special songs on the whale which are the most sad, the most unhappy, and every time I listen to them, I'm crying. In reality, because it's the most sad Russian folklore songs. I want to introduce you to one of them. I will show you the text at first. So let me read. Provider God. Okay. No problem. I translated it by myself, and it's very ancient language, so you can say, what? What is this? We don't understand it at all, but let me explain. This young woman, is singing a song, and she says, oh, dear Father, oh, dear God, oh, dear sisters, I'm so glad that you're here, but why don't you let my mother to come in? Strange, yes? No, it's a symbol. It means that her mother is dead, and she is very happy that this main border in her life, the main celebration, she is not able to share these emotions with her mother. And let me sing it to you for you to understand that it's about crying. You will understand this because it is not like singing song. No. No beauty, no notes, no European scale. It is ancient and very scary. Каменец городна, соколик ясненькой, благословит-ка ты мою головушку. Ой, я, счастливой Голюшкой. Ой, я, and the same, etc., etc., etc. So you may hear that I'm trying to make very high sounds and very low sounds like oh yeah, yes, and these endings, I love them. And that means that I cry. Yeah, that's the symbols of crying. And also that's the part of Russian tradition of intonations up and down. Every time when I begin to sing some line in almost every Russian folk or song, I use this form of, I don't know, triangle, let it be triangle. I can do it more ancient style and more European beautiful style. But you see the symbol, there is one symbol, yes, is triangle. It's important. And also what is important for us here is the rhythm, yes, the tempo and the figures of this music. Did you understand how to dance while I'm singing this song? I'm able to dance. Let me sing it for you once more, and you please try to dance. Okay, that's nice. You try to do this. Wow, that's interesting. I will think about it later. He says, wait. I don't know. What nice try. Thank you for this. But, I tried this just to surprise you and to make you a little bit stressed because you are unable to dance while I sing you this song because you don't understand when I will sing the next note. The different situation might be Кормилец Божух, Насоголик ясенейник. You see, everything is now simple. But no. You can never predict the next note because in Russian ancient music you don't have any right. No. I sing how I feel and that's all. I don't use any instrument and that's why I'm not neither I am. Okay? So we need to move on and we have two details which are important for me and I beg you to remember them. So, Russian ancient music is about triangles, and about unpredictable rhythm. Yes? We have it. Thank you. Let's move on. That was the story about peasants, but also there were wealthy classes, rich people in Russia. And in ancient Russia, they looked like this. It was boyars, yes, rich people. And they used to have this type of clothes, very, big shubas, big shapkas, big hats, yes, with fur. But one person came and changed it all, changed all the tradition of rich people in Russia. And it was Peter I. Please look at these two pictures. There are boyars here and Peter I, the imperator of Russia on the next picture. You see, he doesn't look like them at all. Where is his shuba? Where is his hat? Why imperator doesn't have the hat? Because he loved Europe culture and he wanted Russia to become totally European country. Now we don't have a time to do this discussion, but it's a very big discussion. What is Russia? Is it part of Europe or part of Asia or something different? Because it's really a difficult question, not only about geography, but also about the culture. And Peter I, he wanted Russia to be more European than Asian. And he did this. Let me show you the cartoon of the time. Ancient cartoon. Here is a cartoon about Peter I who wanted boyars to be shaved. Because before they used to have these beards. And he said, no, shave your beards. So the Peter I shaved all the boyars. And rich people became to look like this. Oh, are they Russians? Or they are from Holland? Or they are from England? I don't know, because they look European style. You see these beautiful legs, and beautiful, yes, nice, I love it, and the shoes, and this hair. Where is your beard? Oh, you have a wig now. Yes, and something like this also in women. Oh, how beautiful it was. And rich people became be more European, and the most important person to Russian music also looked like European. Let me show him to you. He's Mikhail Glinka. Oh, I see. You know him. Please raise your hand if you heard this name. So many of you. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. But I will anyway explain who he was. There was a rich boy, rich young man, Mikhail Glinka. He was shy. He was ill a lot when he was a child. And he was very silent. He lived with his grandmother in their house. And yes, and he had a house, and he had, I think, 100 of peasants work for him. But and he had an opportunity, at his grandmother, I think, has an opportunity to have some musicians on different celebrations. And he was listening to them and said, "Oh, I want to become a composer. I want to write the music." Also his house inside. I love it. You see, it's European style, maybe a little bit like in America. Yes, I saw some kind of this furniture in New York museums. Okay, so when he was about 20 years old, he came to Italia, of course, to Italy, to listen to operas and to get inspired and to compose some music. So he went to Italy. Thanks. Wow. Okay, it's more atmosphere for you to feel yourself a little bit. So, oh my God, such a big success of my pictures. I love it. Thank you. Oh God, so supportive. You're very supportive. I'm impressed. But let me continue. I'm run out of time. So, he was pretty impressed with the canto in the Italian singing. You understand the Italian singing? And very beautiful one. So he came back to Russia and began to think what to do, because he wanted to create a Russian opera with barikato. It's almost impossible, because he wanted to use the action detonations with Italian bel canto. But he found a way to do it, and let me introduce you to opera Ibat or Life for the Tsar, the first Russian academic opera and the moment of beginning of Russian academic music history. So, what was it about? There are three main characters. The mainest of the main character is Ivan Susanin. Pretty simple Russian name and surname. He's in the middle, and he is a good peasant. He is very kind, big-hearted, and he is loved to work. He has the daughter Antonida, and she is very shy and nice girl. So they are ideal family, and they are very happy. The first month of opera is about the happiness. It's extremely kind and boring. I adore this opera and I love these parts, but you see, half of opera they're singing how they are happy with each other and how they love each other. I love it. But after something happens. Once, to the house of Ivan Susanin, somebody came to his house, and it was Polish officers. They came, and it was a war between Russia and Poland in that time, and they wanted to find and kill the young Tsar, who is 8 years old, the next Tsar, Mikhail Romanov. And they knew that Mikhail Romanov is hidden somewhere in the forest, and they asked Ivan Susanin, "Show us Where is he? Show us the way. And Ivan Susanin decided to lie to them and say, yes, I know where he is. I'm ready to show you. And he understood that he will do the wrong way and they all will die in the forest. But it is his heart, he's good man. So, I will show you the scene where Ivan Susanin go with these Polish officers outside the forest, and his daughter, she left in the house and began to cry because she understands that she will never again see her father. And that's the day before her wedding, and her friends, they came to her. I was too lazy to draw them. Okay, so they came and they are singing to her a song. We need to hear this because it's the combination between bel canto, Italian singing, and Russian ancient tradition. You will hear it, and please, please, please try to count how many notes there is inside one pattern of music. I will also show you this by my hand like a conductor, okay? Thank you. So, did you count? How many? Please show your hand. Show you how many fingers. As many fingers as you have. Yes. 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 5. 5. Perfect. Разгулялися, разыгралися, ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Yes, 5. 5 is unusual. You will almost never find the 5 counts at the score, because usually we have 4. Of course, 4. 4. But 5 is a try of Glinka to show that rhythm is regular. And I think it's pretty successful idea. So he created the opera about Russia with some details like triangle intonations and irregular rhythm, and everybody was shocked, like, oh, that sounds beautiful! Wow, that sounds like Russian opera! And he began the tradition of Russian academic music. Let me just show you the part of final core of this opera, because you will hear one unusual instrument in it. So, in the end, everybody is happy except the family of Ivan Susanin. They've lost their father and they are unhappy and they are crying. But other people are happy because Polish officers has gone and the new Tsar is now Tsar of Russia. So Ivan Susanin is a hero, but his family is upset. And in the end, everybody is singing very, I don't know, let's hear it. So let me show you this special instrument. I suppose it's somewhere like here, yes. something unusual, not orchestral, not from the orchestra. Yes? Bells. Yes, church bells, not tubular bells, which are okay for the orchestra. There is a special orchestral bells, but it's not them, it's church bells. So, yes, Glinka also invented this method of showing something Russian with these bells. And after he became Mikhail Glinka, I mean. So one moment. After this opera, everybody was shocked, and Mikhail Glinka became an angel, a saint person. Everybody was, you invented Russian music. Oh my God. And when he died, unfortunately he died at he was 53 years old, pretty young. The next generation of composers decided that he is their father. They need to continue his way. I think he didn't mean so. He was just doing what was fun to him, but people decided that that's the lie. That's an evolution. And there was some composers, for example, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, who decided that they need to continue this line. And Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov worked with fairy tales. He decided that fairy tales is what he loves, Russian fairy tales, and he put to the academic music, to the orchestra, a Russian fairy tale about Snegurочка. Snegurочка, I can translate it as snow girl, but the snow girl, the girl from snow, the girl which is made with snow, snow maiden. Let me try to explain you the plot in 1 minute. There are winter and spring, and they are married. They love each other. In this fairy tale, the winter is a man, old man, and the spring is young woman. And they have a child. It is Snow Maiden. And they raise this girl in big love, inside the family. But when she is a teenager, of course, when we are teenagers, we say to our parents, no, I want to do everything by myself. And she tells them that she wants to live with people. They say, no, it's a borderline between us and people. No, we live in two different worlds, please don't. And she said, please, 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 I want to live with people. And they say, okay. Let me show you the beginning. It's very beautiful. There is a beautiful Soviet cartoon of this Snow Maiden. Just the beginning, you will see the map of Snegurочка, the spring. And she's singing, and the birds continue her song, and it is a beautiful chorus. Just to see the style and to have a joy and see something beautiful and hear something beautiful. Let's do it.
Озябли, дрожите вы, бедняжки. Хоть нехотя, хоть с холоду, а пляской отпразднуем прилет на новоселье.
А и красная рожа, города пригожа, пригожа.
sorry, I need to stop, but I know this is adorable. But this cartoon looks for 1.5 hours. It's more opera. It's cartoon opera, like Disney. Yeah, it's beautiful. And you understand, it also was in a regular rhythm. So Rimsky-Korsakov continued the tradition to make regular rhythms like this. Also, there was another person, his friend, and he was completely different person. His friend was Modest Mussorgsky. And Rimsky-Korsakov was, you know, the nice, right man who loves fairy tales and who is very pragmatic. And Modest Mussorgsky was an alcoholic. But he was a truly artist. And actually, I love his music much more because he understood something. I don't know what, but he understood something very important. And he wrote a very great opera, Brisk. Actually, it's so great. Let me just tell you one detail. In Russia, you were and you are now able to write something about the Tsar, the president, the main person of the government. There is no opportunity that you had an opera about Mikhail Romanov, about Alexander Romanov, I call the imperators of Russian Empire. But Mussorgsky wanted to make his political statement, and he have chosen the Tsar, which didn't have the surname of the main Tsar in Russia at that time. He chosen very ancient Tsar, Boris Godunov, and made an opera about him. Understand? Yeah? Strong idea. That's so strong. And this opera, I have goosebumps about this because it's so dark and it's so realistic and it's very modern, and you will not even trust me. You will not believe me that it's 18th century, not 20th century. It's like modern and avant-garde. Please see Boris Godunov when you will have free time. I hope you will be depressed after this. It's very beautiful and very dark story. Very dark, very psychological. Okay, so there were some persons more, like Pyotr Tchaikovsky, which I know that when I had a lecture about, I know that a lot of American people love Tchaikovsky because he was in America and it's something special. Because other guys were far, far away. We respect them, but they are from different universe. But Pyotr Tchaikovsky once came to New York City and he opened Carnegie Hall. And I think and he had some memories about this journey after he was shocked about elevators. He said, oh, such a big house in New York. Yes, but that's not important. What is important is his Ballet Swan Lake. What Tchaikovsky, okay. At that time, it was a usual situation when you as a composer come to theater and there is a choreographer there in pose like this. You come to him and say, he said, oh, hello. So I need 16 fast dances, 12 slow dances. One of them needs to be like 4 on the 4 and 1 3 on the 4, yeah? Okay. Adagio, duet, yes, please. But when Pyotr Tchaikovsky came to the theater, he decided not to do it that way. He said, oh, let's create not just ballet with beautiful music, but the music is very splitted to the plot. Yes, there is a plot and some music in the background. He said, no. And he invented to use a leitmotif system in his Ballet Swan Lake. He has a theme. And some more, but that's the main one. And he uses this every time the swan appears on the theater, on the scene, for people to understand that, oh, it's the theme of this. beautiful swan, this beautiful part of story. And then in the final part of the ballet is this theme became different. Why? To show that the story continues, that the swan is no more like from the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry, I rushed myself, and that's why my brain is not ready. So, there is Siegfried, the Prince Siegfried, the main character of Swan Lake. He is a nice guy, but that's all we can talk about him. Once he fell in love with a beautiful girl, but she is under evil forces, and she is a girl at night and the swan at the daylight. Like in Shrek, yes, like Fiona. And they dance a sad dance about that and about their life. So, in the end, this theme became major except the minor. A lot of instruments in the orchestra plays very loud, and the theme is no more la 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 la. Now it is la 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 la. And we say, oh, that changed. That is no minor anymore. And in the end, the choreographer needs to choose what is happening. This couple can be very happy, and they love each other and that's all, or they die for the love. And the theaters needed to choose this. So, what is important? Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky invented an option to make a leitmotif working inside the ballet. Before him, the ballet was the amount of dancing numbers, dancing scenes. And after Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, the ballet became cinematic, with a lot of musical lines inside. Also, yeah, that's all. Rimsky-Korsakov, Tchaikovsky, Mussorgsky, it was the golden century of Russian music. All of them, Tchaikovsky, Mussorgsky, Rimsky-Korsakov, they were rich people, they were officers, they were very political and historically educated, and they were writing music professionally, and they loved folk music and they wanted to make it, like working in complex. But after it became 1917 and the Russian Revolution began, Soviet Union changed all of this. You needed academic music no more in 20s, and the first decade, the first 10 years of Soviet Union was about marches and avant-garde music. There is an interesting detail, what was inspiration for Lenin and for his composers at the beginning. There is a famous Soviet pioneer song for children. Usually children's choir is singing this. I will show it. Светись кострами синие ночи, мы пионеры, дети рабочих, близится эра светлых годов, клич пионера всегда будь готов. It's like, we are pioneers and we are children of simple working people. We are always ready, I think, for heroic situations. And all my life I thought this style of music was typically Soviet. Yes? So Soviet. But then I realized I met a march in the opera of French composer, and it was the opera Faust. And there was an officer who was walking on the scene and sang. No? Gounod, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was Gounod Faust, yes. And this person on the scene is singing. And then I googled a lot of articles about this fact, and they say, yes, the Soviet composer went to the theater, heard Huno, Faust, and said, perfect melody. I want to make pioneer song with that. So, the early Soviet music in the beginning of it was inspired by French music. I think it's about the revolutionary tone of this music. Yes, French Revolution, all this liberty. And after it was I think I'm running out with time, so let me just say that the main important composer, academic composer in Soviet Union is Dmitry Shostakovich. Maybe we will talk about him some next times. And nowadays, I see you a moment. And nowadays, the main problem in Russian music, in independent Russian music, in propaganda Russian music, in academic Russian music, in popular Russian music is, what is Russian musical identity? Do we need to use or we need to use or we need to use something like Glinka wrote, yes? La 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 la, beautiful but a little bit irregular. And should we use, in propaganda music there is a lot of church bells, because they want to show that, oh, it's an ancient tradition, church. And in independent music there are some very interesting, complex cocktail of these intonations, sometimes with sarcasm and sometimes with deep, insincere feeling of what is my identity, what should I do, and what should I do in my country and all over the world. And if you want to meet the modern Russian music, very avant-garde but electronic, you need to Google I Speak. And you can see it's very popular, and I suppose you will be ready and you will be shocked. You will understand church bells, you will understand Soviet intonations, ancient intonations, blah, 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 and you will understand modern Russian music. So, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention and patience. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You are so supportive. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much.